people who are going through a spiritual awakening, who are starting out on their spiritual journeys, they start wondering, why am I here? What's the purpose behind all of this? Isn't there more to life than just this? And so they start seeking, they start their spiritual journey. And what I've come to realize is that the biggest problem that it is when you are seeking, it's actually perpetuating the seeking, meaning that you're not finding it. And the reason why is because when you're seeking, you're actually coming from a place of lack. You're actually saying to yourself, I don't know yet what it is that I'm here for. But actually, when you quiet that need, when you go deep within, you start to realize that every answer is already there. And so setting the intention only for knowing, asking spirit, asking your guides, ask your higher self, ask source directly. What am I here for? Why am I here? And that's it. You can forget about that. Just trust that the universe will deliver. But in general, there are two things that we all come here for. And this is what I believe. This is just my personal opinion. This is what I've learned throughout the years, is that everyone has something in common. And these two things are, number one, you come here to learn. And number two, you come here to give. So it's something that you will take from this experience, and you have something that you come here to give. And there's actually a few simple ways of how you can discover what that is. And the answer is probably more obvious than you might realize. And so here are some tools for finding what it is that you're here to learn. You don't have to wonder what you're here to learn. If you're wondering what you're here to learn, then I simply would like to ask you, okay, when you look back at your current circumstances or you look back at your past, what have been the most difficult situations that you faced? And within those situations, are there repeating patterns that are coming back into your life? And then number two, what were some issues within your family, dynamics that you didn't choose consciously, but actually you did choose before you came here? What were those difficulties within your family dynamics? Most probably, when you look at those things, then it's like, that's what I'm here to learn. Because what you're here to learn is simply shown to you in your day-to-day life. And the more I find a repeating pattern in my own life, the more I know, okay, there's a lesson in here. So if you actually, and this goes for any challenge that you're experiencing in life, if you're moving through a challenge and it's coming back, or even when it didn't even come back, you're still in the challenge, instead of asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what's the lesson in this? And most likely, when you've truly learned that lesson, the challenge will pass and will never come back into your life. So look at your relationships, look at your career, look at your emotional states, your levels of confidence. All these type of things, these recurring patterns. If you want to not be challenged anymore or repeat a certain challenge, you need to start asking yourself, what's the lesson in this? What can I learn from this? And the quicker that you can make that switch, the quicker you start exploring what that lesson could be, the quicker these challenges will pass. Number 2, what you're here to give. And most people refer to this as their life purpose. A number one thing that I'd like you to think about is, what lit you up as a child? What were you most excited about when you were young? What were your talents when you were young? What was it that simply made you lose track of time when you were doing something or being something that was so fun to you that made you lose track of time? These are your passions. Often children, they don't think about career because they're not programmed yet to think about that. They just look up to certain things in their life, perhaps people, and they're like, I want to be like that one day. That is so cool. That seems like so much fun. Whatever sparked that within you as a child is not just a childlike way of dreaming. It's actually tapping into what your soul resonated most with, without all the conditioning, without all the BS. And most probably what you find is when you grew up, these things still spark light in you, but because you're conditioned to think in a certain way and to fit into this societal box and to secure yourself financially, all of that intrinsic magnetic pull or this desire or this talents or gifts, they're over flooded with all the things that you think you should do in order to be successful, for example. So this is the number one thing I would like you to think about. What is it that I loved as a child? What were my talents? What was I really, really good at? And now look at your current day. What are you really good at? Are people coming to you for advice always? Are people coming to you because you're just such a good listener? What are the things that you may label as normal, or that this is normal for everyone? Most probably it's not. You just assumed this was normal because it's normal to you. But those things, if we really pay attention to our life, we will see recurring patterns as well. We will see our qualities, we will see our talents. And then, when you've looked at that, so that's the second thing, the third thing you look at is going back to the first thing, like what were your challenges? What have you overcome in your life? And when you combine these three things together, what did I like as a child? What was I really good at? What were my talents and qualities? What is a recurring pattern in my current life right now? Is there something that I'm really good at, that I get recognition for, or people come to me for? And then secondly, what did I overcome? What did I learn from that? And how can I teach other people or help other people to accomplish that? Then most likely, that is what you're here to give. And it doesn't mean that you have to make a career out of that, because a lot of people mistake their purpose, their life mission with, I need to create a career around this. This is not the case. But this is how I found that you find out, what am I here to learn? What am I here to give? And most likely, when you truly start paying attention to these things and you truly start to dive deep into these things, you will start to feel fulfilled on a whole nother level. And you will start feeling like you get into alignment with what you're meant to do here. Let me know in the comments where you guys are tuning in from. I'd love to get to know you better. And thank you so much for liking this video and for sharing this video with anyone who you think could benefit from this message right now. The more people will like this video, the more this video will be spread to the people who need it most. So smash that like button. Make sure that you comment below, and of course, if you're new here and haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, as you will be the first to watch all of my videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so that you can create your best life. Remember, we have such an exciting future to look forward to, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye for now.